The world is not always what it seems. Beneath the surface of everyday life, hidden forces shape our reality in ways we often fail to see. Behind the facade of progress and order, darkness can lurk. Propaganda posters and grand rallies may paint a picture of unity, but they often mask a more sinister truth. In the shadows of dictatorships, a sinister system thrives: prisons. These are not just places where criminals are kept, they are tools of control and fear. Not mere places of confinement, these are instruments of terror, designed to crush dissent and break the human spirit. Interrogation rooms echo with the cries of those who dared to speak out. Imagine a land shrouded in perpetual winter, where icy winds howl through watchtowers. The cold seeps into the bones, a constant reminder of the harsh reality faced by those imprisoned. Barbed wire fences, sharp and unforgiving, stretch endlessly, enclosing a world of suffering. These barriers are not just physical, they represent the emotional and psychological torment endured by the prisoners. This is the Gulag, the concentration camp, a testament to the depths of human cruelty. Here, hope is a distant memory, and survival is a daily struggle. These prisons, scattered across continents and regimes, share a common purpose: to serve as tools of oppression. They are meticulously designed to break the will of those who dare to challenge authority. They are the dark underbelly of totalitarian states, where power silences dissent with brutal efficiency. In these places, the human spirit is tested to its limits, and the true cost of tyranny is revealed. Dictatorships driven by paranoia and a lust for absolute power view any form of opposition as a threat. These regimes create enemies of the state, targeting anyone who dares to question their authority. Prisons, particularly gulags and concentration camps, are meticulously crafted to crush the spirit of these so-called enemies. The architecture itself is designed to dehumanize. Cramped, filthy cells offer no respite from the bitter cold or sweltering heat. Hunger becomes a constant companion, a gnawing reminder of the regime's absolute control. Every aspect of life, from the meager rations to the relentless forced labor, is calculated to break the will of the prisoners. Dawn breaks over the Gulag, painting the snow-covered landscape in hues of despair. For the prisoners, there is no sunrise, only the relentless grip of another day of suffering. Exhausted and starved, they are herded out of their overcrowded barracks, the biting wind a constant tormentor. Back-breaking labor awaits, hours spent felling trees, mining coal, or digging ditches, all under the watchful eyes of brutal guards. The threat of violence hangs heavy in the air. A wrong look, a moment of weakness can be met with a beating or worse. Death becomes a constant companion, claiming the weak and the unlucky. While terror reigns within the prison walls, outside a different narrative takes hold. Dictatorships are masters of deception, weaving elaborate lies to justify their brutality. The prisons are no longer places of punishment but institutions of reform, where enemies of the state can be re-educated. Propaganda posters depict smiling prisoners working for the common good, their eyes shining with gratitude. The truth, however, is far more sinister. The propaganda machine churns relentlessly, silencing any whispers of dissent and instilling fear into the hearts of the populace. Section 5. Scars on the Soul. The Legacy of the Gulag. The Gulag may be gone, its watchtowers crumbled, its barbed wire fences rusted, but the scars it left behind run deep. For the survivors, the memories linger, a haunting reminder of the horrors they endured. The psychological toll is immeasurable. Many struggle with PTSD, haunted by nightmares and flashbacks. The years of deprivation, abuse, and fear leave an indelible mark on their souls. The legacy of these prisons extends beyond the individual, casting a long shadow over entire nations. Trust is shattered, replaced by fear and suspicion. Section 6. Whispers from the Past. Voices of the Survivors. Amidst the ruins of these prisons, amidst the silence of forgotten lives, whispers from the past reach out to us. These whispers are not just echoes of pain and suffering, but also of resilience and survival. They tell us stories that are both heartbreaking and inspiring, reminding us of the strength of the human spirit. Survivors, bearing witness to the horrors they endured, share their stories, ensuring that the world never forgets. Their testimonies are powerful reminders of the atrocities committed, and they serve as a call to action for future generations to prevent such horrors from happening again. Their voices, often trembling with emotion, paint a harrowing picture of life inside the Gulag. Each word they speak is a testament to their strength and their will to survive, despite the unimaginable hardships they faced. They speak of the brutal cold, the gnawing hunger, the constant fear. These were daily realities for them, and their stories bring these harsh conditions to life, making us feel the chill and the hunger they endured. They recount the cruelty of the guards, the casual violence, the inhumanity that was a part of their daily existence. These accounts are chilling, yet they are crucial for us to hear and understand the utter disregard for human life. These stories are not just about the past, they are warnings for the future, urging us to remember and to act. These are not mere stories, they are living memories, etched into the hearts and minds of those who survived. They are the voices of those who endured the unendurable, and they speak to us across time. They are testaments to the resilience of the human spirit, to the strength and courage that can emerge even in the darkest of times. These stories inspire us to be better, to strive for a world where such atrocities are never repeated, a beacon of hope shining through the darkness. Their stories light the way for us, guiding us towards a future where hope and humanity prevail over hatred and despair. Section 7. The Human Cost, a Reckoning. The true cost of these prisons cannot be measured in bricks and mortar or even in the vast sums of money spent to maintain their reign of terror. The human cost is immeasurable, a tragic accounting of lives shattered and lost. Millions perished within the barbed wire fences of these camps, victims of starvation, disease, overwork, and outright brutality. Their deaths, often anonymous, are a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and the depths of human cruelty. We must confront this dark chapter of human history, acknowledge the suffering, and learn from the past. Section 8. Never forget, remembering the victims. As we grapple with the legacy of these prisons, one imperative echoes through the years: never forget. We must remember the victims, not just as numbers on a page, but as individuals with names, families, and dreams. Their stories, however painful, must be told and retold. We must keep their memory alive, not just as a tribute to their suffering, but as a warning for future generations. Forgetting paves the path for history to repeat itself. Remembering is an act of defiance, a commitment to ensuring that such atrocities never darken our world again. Section 9. A Question for Humanity. The Gulags, the concentration camps, these monuments to man's inhumanity to man, stand as a stark question to humanity. Can we learn from the past? These places, where countless lives were extinguished, serve as grim reminders of the depths of cruelty that humans can inflict upon one another. They challenge us to reflect deeply on our history, and to ask ourselves if we are truly capable of change. Can we build a world where the rights of all individuals are respected, where dissent is not met with violence, and where the machinery of oppression is never again allowed to grind human lives into dust? The civil rights movements, the peaceful protests, these are the beacons of hope that show us a path forward. They remind us that change is possible, but it requires vigilance and unwavering commitment. The answer lies not in memorials or museums, but in our actions, in our commitment to justice, equality, and compassion. It is in the everyday choices we make, in the way we treat our neighbors, and in the policies we support. True change is a collective effort, built on the foundation of empathy and understanding. It lies in our vigilance against all forms of tyranny and our unwavering defense of human rights. Every speech, every protest, every act of defiance against oppression adds to the tapestry of human dignity. We must be ever watchful, for the seeds of tyranny can sprout in the most unexpected places. The future demands that we remember the past, not with hatred or vengeance, but with a firm resolve to create a world where such horrors are consigned to the history books, never to be repeated. Our remembrance should be a catalyst for action, a call to build a future where every individual can live in peace and dignity, free from the shadows of the past.